Okay, I would like to acknowledge some changes that we have done. So Brian is now replaced by Sister Esther now. Okay, and then we now move to Marina International School for the preaching. First of all, you introduce yourselves, including the classes that you are in, and then the judges will also introduce themselves.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Binta Sisi, and I'm in Marina Form 5 Square.
Good afternoon. I'm Mariam Awajon and I'm in Marina Form 40.
Good afternoon, I'm Hari S. Ture and I am Marina, Form 4S.
Good afternoon, my name is Kumatal and I'm in 40.
Good afternoon, my name is Binta Bojang and I am in Form 4S.
Thank you for the introduction. We will now have the judges to introduce themselves.
Okay, girls, welcome.
Thank you.
My name is Fatu Sise Zahra. I am the CEO of Zahra Limited and Zahra Group as a group, and also technology company called ZigTech, which is a subsidiary of Zahra Group. My specialty as a chief judge is on technology. So I would love to see a lot of technology and innovation here today. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies. My name is Esther King. I'm the chairperson and co-founder of GAMJIX, which is also a women in tech group. So my specialty will be on technology as well, and a little bit of engineering as well.
Good afternoon, ladies. I am Aisha Sise. My specialty is in mathematics. I'll be one of the judges today.
Good afternoon to you all. My name is Nai Sambu. I'm a data analyst at Go Minds, and then my specialty here is mathematics.
Thank you for the introduction. We will also have the judges to tell us some of the rules that they advise.
Yes. So in this presentation and in this competition, you were already given areas that we'll be looking at to judge you. Your problem solving, what your solution or product or service that you're presenting, the problem solving that it gives, and innovation. What innovations are your products going to avail us, or what are the innovation in it? Feasibility or research that you've done as a team. We want to know a little bit about that, and we'll be scoring you there. Pitching quality, the way you present this, we'll be judging you there, and teamwork. We'd love to know what was the contribution of each of the team members, and also how, with the invention or the product you have, how you came about with it. We have 20 marks maximum to give, so we'll be giving within that 20 marks. So 20 marks will be the highest score you can have for each of this area, and we total it. So my role is to collate and give my own opinion on the judges, what they have. But I'll also be scoring my own way and then look at what they are. So
In terms of timing, you have 10 minutes to pitch, and then another 10 minutes for question and answers. Right? To help you guys, we have a guide. When it's 5 minutes, we'll flag it. And when it's 2 minutes, we'll also flag it. And a minute, we'll also try to flag it for you. And as soon as your time is up, there'll be a very loud beep for you to stop. And that will be the end of your pitch. Okay? So without further ado, you can start.
now,
Once again, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed judge, cherished guests, and our dear audience. We extend our warmest welcome to each of you as we gather here today. It is an honor to stand before such a distinguished audience. Today, we embark on a journey of exploration and diversity, delving into topics of immense significance. Let us comment on this enriching endeavor together. Thank you. This sounds familiar to all of us, doesn't it? Every day on our way to work or doing our daily activities, we find people who come to our car windows asking for charity. The sound goes like that. Normally, they're blind people who are normally holding young kids, especially the females, for them to help them with their day-to-day activities. Now, could we get the... Okay. Our project is going to be a sensory walking stick.
Now you might ask why. We see walking sticks every day, but this is not an ordinary walking stick. Normally, like I said earlier, we are approached by individuals on the side of the roads or by pedestrians that walk up to our cars in need of charity. Now, have we ever considered that child that they're walking with? How much he or she is being held back from reaching their potential? Well, today, the girls in STEM of Marina, we have considered those children, and today we will input our solution we believe would benefit both parties. So the structure and properties of the sensory walking stick. The sensory walking stick is for blind individuals. It is a remarkable innovation designed to enhance navigation and safety. Crafted with precision, its sleek design represents cutting-edge technology seamlessly. Embedded sensors, can I borrow that please? Which will be placed on the top here, detect the proximity of obstacles, whether they be a protruding object or sudden change in terrain. Upon contact, the walking stick responds with gentle, providing feedback to the users, alerting them of the obstacle's presence. Can we move to the next slide, please? So here are the expected impacts we would want the sensory walking stick to have. Remember that girl or boy that had no choice but to help their disabled family member, leaving them with an uncertain and even disabled future. Well, with this innovation, the child in question will be able to attend school, pursue a career, and be able to play a crucial role in the development of the country tomorrow. The disabled person will be able to adapt a much more efficient stick. They will also be able to attempt some daily activities without the help of an individual. This will also teach them a sense of responsibility and not have them rely on others all the time. Now, most of us weren't aware that Gambia had disability rights, but even if they did, are they really being implemented? I don't think so. Now, Section 31 of the 1997 Constitution of the Gambia specifically provides for the protection and rights of persons with disabilities. It states, the right of the disabled and handicapped to respect and human dignity shall be recognized by the state and the society. Has it been recognized? Because every day we see these same people on the streets asking for help. Have we ever tried to help them? Reports by the Bergen Project shows that in the Gambia, 7.9% of the population suffers from disabilities or a condition that makes their everyday life difficult. And we all know that health insurance coverage in the Gambia is very rare. So the money that they're going to have to use to cover their bills are going to have to come from their pockets. And we all know that money isn't something that everyone has access to, sadly, in this country. So with this project, we hope we'll be able to benefit a lot of people. Now, I'll conclude, very short. The development and implementation of a sensory walking stick for blind individuals hold immense promise in enhancing their mobility and safety. This innovative solution not only addresses the challenges of navigating through complex environments, like we see all around the place, there's litter on the floor, there are rocks here and there, it's an unsafe environment for the blind, but also promotes independence and confidence in daily activities. This offers a reliable means of detecting obstacles and navigating surroundings with ease without having to bother the young child who is not in school, but rather out there helping others to get charity. As society continues to prioritize inclusivity and accessibility, the adoption of such assistive technologies become increasingly imperative. Thus, the creation of the sensory walking stick represents not just a great idea, but a crucial aid towards the blind people in the Gambia. Thank you. Questions now?
Right. That's the end of your presentation?
Yes.
Thank you very much. So, Georges, can you set up time for you still have? Is there anything that you want any of your members who wants to add? You still have less than 5 minutes before we move.
Well, in terms of sustainability and for long-lasting, the stick will be powered by solar panels to create a more efficient and reliable power source. the solar will be connected to the sensor and the motherboard, and we want to use engineering to code the motherboard. Yeah, that's it. Anyone else?
You sure? Well, yes, I believe that's it then.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So we now will be asking you questions.
Perfect.
That, based on those 5 areas that we highlighted.
No problem.
You had 10 minutes, but you've spent less than 10 minutes, which is good in a way. So the first question that I have is towards innovation. Again, the last group before you, I kind of, asked them the same thing and make it, this is not your own idea. You've found this idea before, because there are, smart sticks that were invented before for this particular purpose to do different type of things, right? This is not an idea that you invented. You researched on it, you found it somewhere, then you researched on it. What additions have you been able to add or innovate towards this? Because it's already an idea that exists. So in terms of innovation, I wanted to know how I can give you a mark on innovation. I want to know what innovative idea that you have, because if not, I'll just give you 0 on innovation, because it's not a new idea. Just like I gave 0 to the other team, because it's an existing idea. You researched it. I'm sure even this document, you got it somewhere. So I've seen sticks, sensory sticks like this. They call them smart sticks for disabled people. But your own, any idea?
You are right. Stuff like this have already been invented in other countries, but we've seen that it's not really been brought to the Gambia yet. Well, I haven't seen it in the Gambia yet. So I wouldn't really call this one an innovation, but introducing it to this country, I feel like it will play a major role. That's one thing aside. Secondly, we want to use eco-friendly wood and material to be able to construct this specific stick for the use of obviously blind people. Like you've mentioned, they are smart sticks, or that they call it. We've decided to call ours a sensory walking stick. We will also include, one thing we've included in it is a beeping noise that it will make. It's like we had
alarms.
Any of you?
Yeah,
yes,
alarms.
you guys had the sound? While she comes to that, we would want it to make a slight beeping noise to alert the blind person that they're coming to an obstacle, to be able to divert their movements and something like that, exactly, and be able to navigate their way around wherever they plan to go. Yes.
Okay.
So is that implemented here or?
This is a sample. It's not been exactly implemented, but hopefully if we make it past this stage on the actual stick, we would like to demonstrate it, and the sound will hopefully come out like that, the beep beep sound.
It would have been great if you had it working today. That way, we see the full package.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you think you can continue work? Because this is potentially a product at the end, if potentially a product that could win, right? At the end of this speech, we think we want to have people who can actually invest on you guys.
True.
But at the end of the day, it has to really be something that, you have to be ready.
I believe we are ready.
So all of those things, because the sound also is not a new thing. Smart sticks have alarms. Right. That's what their smart stick really. A major part of their use is that. True. To alert the person, because somebody who can't see is the ear.
Yeah, that's
true. Going to hold down. Most of the blinds, they have good ear.
Sadly, not good eyes.
So, so the innovative part, maybe I'm thinking like your use of wood.
Eco-friendly wood.
Eco-friendly.
Yes.
Wood. Yes, I think that I can accept that as an innovation. But that's the only innovative part that I can see so far. But I'm sure maybe going forward you might be able to think more of that. Because if you bring somebody's idea in, you're not adding any value to it. You're just bringing an idea. I don't need you to sit here and present this. my scrolling online I'll come across it, and I've seen smart sticks before used by people that I know even. So the idea for this, the idea for us coming together is to share knowledge, share ideas, so that the future generation coming can also grow. Because I'll tell you things, but you will learn more because you have the time. True. You have the, I'm getting older, so yes, probably things that you will pick on along the way that I've missed. And the world is changing.
It is.
A lot of improvements happening. So coming here to present a product, it should have innovation part of it.
That's very true.
Right, because this is somebody else's innovation. What can you add to this that we can do and say we have Smart 6 2.0?
Aside from the eco-friendly woods, we will also want to implement ergonomic handles. We all know that some of them are a bit uncomfortable. Now, ergonomic handles are supposed to help with your muscle reflex and stuff, so it won't really hurt when you're working around or no matter how long you're holding it for. I feel like that will also be really helpful too. It's another part of the innovation we want to include.
I'm not sure that will be easy for you to do before the end of this season.
I think it will. It will be a challenge, but we'll stand up to it, definitely.
Exactly.
Yes.
I'm happy to hear all of those ideas. If they could have been implemented before.
I completely agree.
I think we have a product here I personally will want to invest on. Definitely. As an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur for that. So, yeah, you have a brilliant idea.
Thank you.
And a good presentation so far. Just one more thing before I pass it on to my colleagues. Teamwork.
Okay.
I want to know contribution of your team members. Who came up with the idea first, and what did the others do? Was it your idea or was an idea at the school that you guys got? Don't tell me you got it from the boys. I'll go home.
We definitely did not.
No, it's okay. No, so tell us.
It was a group idea, actually. You know, when we first heard about the STEMATHON, our moderator, Mr. Jabi, told us about it. So we had to sit together and try to come across a lot of things. Now, this, however, was something we found interest in, and we came together and did it. One part of the group work we did was the videos we were asked to make before that. I wasn't a part of it, but the rest of them were a part in participating in making that video. And I think I'll give them to all share a part they made in that. You want how to start? Or maybe just contributing to the stick?
Well, I did a lot of research concerning the stick on how we can make it more sustainable and all the things that we need to implement on it to make it a good product and a good presentation for the STEMATHON project. So that was a big part that I did.
So I basically explained all the areas that will be presented in the projects that we're making. And then I edited the video to be able to explain it. And we use the word STEM so that we can explain the areas.
Okay. I came up with the idea of using the word STEM to implement it into the video that we used to send to you guys.
And I came up with the idea of the law that we put there.
The what, sorry?
The law.
The law?
Yes.
Okay.
Disability rights in the Gambia.
Who designed the board?
Oh, we got that from one of the motherboards in the school. We actually had to remove it out to paste it. This is just a sample.
So basically this is, the board, it's not working. It doesn't work.
Not exactly,
so how do you intend to win a competition with this if these things are just dummy? It's just the idea.
It's the idea, but we have the products to implement it.
You have the you can actually program this board.
We can. The stick used to work. It used to make a beeping noise. However, we had to remake this one out of rush. We had an actual stick that worked.
Okay.
Yes.
But that would be a very interesting part. I'm a techie, so that's technology for me. I wanted to know if
we had the codes.
Those boards can work, and then who is going to program? Do you have the ability and knowledge to program it?
To code it, yes.
To code it. Which language?
Is it Python, I think? That one.
Python. Interesting. Okay.
Any other questions?
Yes. All right. I think I would say I have an advice, and then I'll ask you my question, is that come prepared, come with a working prototype.
Definitely.
That way we can judge you better on it. And also, I love the fact that you gave stats. I love statistics. I love the fact that you gave information about the Gambia and stuff that we can fall back on, and I can go back and check if it's true. I want to know, in terms of your study, how did you go about it to learn about the smart stick? Because she said it's nothing new, but how you want to tailor this to the Gambia, right? Mm-hmm. What study did you do, or did you just stick to the internet? How did you go about your feasibility study? What research did you do?
Apart from the online research, obviously, I feel like our day-to-day movements around the country, seeing the disabled, blind people, I'll also add that to the research we've made.
Have you heard of Govi before?
Pardon?
Govi.
Govi? No.
Okay. So if you're going to do something like this, it will be wise to find out, because we have blind people in the Gambia.
We do.
And we have consumers.
They're the consumers.
They're your main consumers.
True.
So it would be good for you to find out what they actually need in terms of the Gambia.
Understood.
Our roads are not like the roads in other countries.
Not at all.
Right? Other countries have main roads. Mm-hmm. So this might work, but we have potholes and ditches. Exactly. So before the stick gets to the pothole, your alarm actually goes off.
Might be too late.
Exactly.
Yes.
So it'll be good for you when you're doing feasibility studies, go to the actual end users, find out what their needs are. That way you can hopefully be innovative in terms of building your prototype.
Got it. Thank you.
And referencing will be part of research as well. So I see you guys called someone's name there. Mm-hmm. So it's good, as we said, and just make sure that you give credit back to where you get
the information.
So if you go to Govi, you get any information there, make sure Govi.
Give credit to Govi.
Right, and research, you know about that, I'm sure. So just don't forget, that's a lesson that you take. Mm-hmm. Whatever you do, we can't create everything, we can't know everything, we have to, but at least
we can improve too.
Back to the where you got the source from, because otherwise it's called cheating or stealing.
We have a second to end the question. Or we haven't asked. Some of our judges haven't asked questions.
Yeah,
so
but
maybe
it's okay. We
okay?
We can just guys. Yeah. Because also it's not just for them to pay, but they have to learn from us and
feedback.
Right?
Definitely. Yes.
So if you have any more.
To feasibility, considering you, like you made mention, the government put the laws for the disabled, but it hasn't been implemented. Since they are the consumers, how do you think they will have access? Because they might not have
the funds.
They are begging for food. How will they afford the stick?
Now, one thing we're hoping to get was sponsors to actually implement this idea. Now, we don't mind getting funds from ourselves too, and the first few sticks we will get, if the project actually succeeds, we would like to donate a few. We see how well those works, and hopefully fundings from the government and other institutions that see how useful this is to other fellow Gambians and disabled people will hopefully be interested into helping majority of them. Because like you said, not everyone has the funds, not everyone is capable of paying for these sticks, especially the work that's going to go into it. So on the broad aspect, we will have to consider a lot of donors, a lot of sponsors that will be willing to take our idea into consideration to be able to help majority of the Gambians. And I feel like a lot of international organizations too would really appreciate ideas like this, especially for a country that I'll consider undeveloped. It's a good idea to bring, especially to help people that don't have it. It will be a good charity case, definitely.
A follow-up question: how much would you say it costs to build this?
I won't include time in the cost, but considering the wood, the ergonomic handles, about $2,000 is something like that. An estimate. Yes.
Estimate.
Yes.
Okay. First. Okay.
Sound very expensive, but it's not priced.
Exactly.
I think it's underpriced, but
Okay. I first have a comment and then question would follow up. Okay, my first comment is, when you go in a competition like this, let's say pitching competition or different competitions, what you guys do is you have an amazing idea, try to make sure that it works well. You implement it first before present it to your judges. Because literally, so many people have different ideas. I can come up with an amazing idea, but what differentiates us is I can be able to implement it and then to show people that it's actually working. Right, so that counts a lot. So my first question is, what are some of the challenges you guys went through during your research, and then how did you overcome them? My next question is, what are some of the measures that you guys need to take to ensure the durability and the long-term usage of the walking stick?
Okay, first, could you really repeat the first question?
Okay, so it's fine. It's okay. I mean, the challenges you guys faced during your research, and especially when you guys are talking about programming, sort of, right? Coding, right? Some of the challenges you guys went through, if you already have the codes in place, and how did you overcome them? Because it's
We all
like,
know that coding isn't really something easy to do. Sometimes you miss a comma, you miss a semicolon, and all of a sudden you have to start all over again. And I feel like the research wasn't exactly hard because the internet is a wide place. You have all the information you need on there. So one thing that was hard was the innovation, I'd say, to be able to implement our own ideas into it to make it different from other things, because this is all about innovation, right? So that was a major challenge, but I believe we've overcome that by finding the eco-friendly woods, the ergonomic handles. It hasn't really been considered in other aspects of the walking stick. So yes. And the second question was
some of the measures taken to ensure the durability and long-term usage
of the stick. I think that that'll take me back to the materials we plan to use, because they can get damaged easily, of course, if you don't use the right materials. So I feel like it all depends on the physical construction of it and the measures we're willing to take to be able to make it a strong and durable stick.
Okay, so you guys are going to use wood.
Eco-friendly wood.
Okay.
Thank you, girls. Thank you for that amazing presentation.